hello, and welcome my Gemini collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, and crosswatchers. Welcome to your timeless work, career, and vocation reading. I am your reader, Mark Angelo Lyons. Mal for short, they are my initials. I am a professional witch, a professional intuitive. I am the president of Drawing the Circle Production since 1998, 25 years in service at this time of this timeless recording. I'm the author of Words of Grace from a Professional Witch. It's broken down into chakra chapters. There's a Kindle version available of it. There's a link in the description box. You can preview the first chunk of it for free. See the table of contents there, because there are chakras in this read. It might be helpful. The original version, though, not the Kindle version. That is over on Patreon, patreon.com/drawing the circle, my favorite thing on planet Earth. Right now we have 2 7-day free trials for people who want to dip a toe into what I do every single day, pretty much. The Seeker and Human, the first 2 tiers, as they call them, get to check it out for free for 7 days. Stay on if you like, because all of my subscribers, once they are full-on subscribers, get 3 benefits in common. Number 1, they get the daily check-in and unlisted YouTube live stream link from me every single morning, pretty much, give or take, sometimes lightning strikes, where they can chat with me about the day's astrological weather, the magical applications, the spiritual implications, always ending with a prayer, a blessing, a little something to send us on our way. Best way for me to start my day, considering what I do for a living. Yeah, work, career, vocation, much. They also get all the extended readings, all the part 2s to the part 1s here on YouTube, past, present, and future. They're all relationship, soul contract based. They are all timeless, and they're all pretty much juggernauts. And they also get a significant discount on private sessions with me, which we will talk about again at the end of this video. But otherwise, I can't say enough about it, so I'm gonna put put it on the brakes a little bit, because I love Patreon, and you might too. So click the link, check it out, sniff the menu, you air signs, and come play Patreon on Patreon. Hey, 7-day free trial. Jump out day 6 if you like, because I'm the Archangel of Lions, Mark Angelo Lyons. But darlings, just call me Mal. Hi, in a good mood. I love the work, career, vocation reads. Been doing them for a long time, ever since I learned about the 3 levels of power. So let's do some explanation for the new Geminis and crosswatchers, and we'll get to the divination. Feel free to jump ahead if you've heard it all before. If you are new, work, career, vocation is a set of ways of looking at, in this case, your life purpose. The 3 levels of power taught by Carolyn Mace, MYSS. She's a PhD. These are her archetype cards. There is a link in the description box of video, where she introduces the 3 levels of power, a set of archetypal symbolic lenses that you can look at all sorts of things and sort of break it down into categories to help you learn how to manage your power in it. It's a good way to say that. There's 10 cards in this spread. We're going to look at your life purpose, big hunk of chunk of life purpose. In work, how you survive in the world. Your career, how you create. And your vocation, your spiritual, mystical life calling, which all shifts and changes as we grow and evolve, and that's why these are timeless readings. So we're going to get 3 Caroline Mace archetype cards to show us the alchemical balance, where you are, shadow to light, lead to gold, pain to peace, in the 8th chakra. Then we'll get 3 Daughters of the Moon for the next 4 chakras down, heart, third eye, crown, your internal creative intuition, very connected to, like, this one's connected to vocation, this one's connected to career, and these will get 3 of the mythic tarot for the lower 3 chakras. Work, it's holographic, it's all interwoven, it's one thing that we're spreading out on the table. Your relationships in the physical world, as well as literal physical stuff. This is one of the money reads, folks. There ain't nothing going on but the rent, the mortgage, or the condo fee, whatever you got going on. Then we will get a whisper of Lord Ganesha, the Hindu elephant-headed god of success, prosperity, and remover of obstacles. Success, prosperity makes sense in a work, career, vocation read. The obstacles in between lead and gold, the 3 atoms in between lead and gold that need to be released. alchemically speaking, and we will end with a healing mantra from the MatCon Healing Mantra deck. And that's why this one is really good for cross-watchers. If you're dealing with trouble in the office, right? There's your sign, right? Have a look-see-dooksy, because there is a mantra here, and that the guidance from Lord Ganesha, the Oracle card there. And it is a general read. Please take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Check your other signs. Get some sympathy, some empathy, some insight and understanding for yourself if you're the Gemini, and for the Gemini if you're the cross-watcher. Because as each one of us fulfills our life purpose, even just a little bit every day, we all move to a more golden timeline. Now, there are those who may not choose that golden timeline, and that's okay too. To me, the golden timeline is making the happiest, healthiest, wealthiest, wisest choices you can make. Part of a plan much bigger than anything we can imagine or conceive, the ineffable great plan, whatever you want to call it. So I think that about says it. So let's make the shift from explanation to divination in the still point. Both feet on the floor if you can. Focus on your breath if you will. I will do the best that I can to help anybody live a happier, healthier, wealthier, wiser life, fulfilling their life purpose through their work, career, vocation. And I've been doing these reads for a very, very, very long time since I learned about the 3 levels of power. So let's do this. Let's go to the still point, shall we? Please take a nice deep breath. It's my favorite part. Still point. Pantheonic override. Using the Caroline Myss archetype cards. Woo! I call upon the collective pantheons of the divine for the Gemini collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, and cross-watchers who are watching this video, who were drawn to this reading. Three Caroline Myss archetype cards. We'll lay them down. Work, career, vocation, 8th chakra dynamic. What's going on in their work? First level of power, literal level of power, work in the world, survival, intuition, lower 3 chakra dominant. Second level of power, their career. What's the dominant archetype in the 8th chakra there for their career? Second level of power, creative, intuition, heart, third eye, crown dominant. And what's going on in the 8th chakra dominant vocation? Their spiritual power, their mystical power, their life calling. For this timeless work, career, vocation read. I lay them down, work, career, vocation. I read them the opposite way, bringing it from the higher down into the lower. Oh, I gotta see what these are ahead of time. I ain't waiting. Wow. Okay, so this is in the title. Isn't it funny you know about it before I do? So you're the fool, or the name of the contract, there's a better way to say it, the name of the contract that you are in, sacred contracts, is a fool, destroyer, priest. Now, the fool, don't get hung up on that. The holy fool we are talking about. It is the fool of the 0 card in the major arcana. I'm still in love with Judas, baby. You holy fool. Written on the card is the shadow attribute and the light attribute. That's the lead, that's the gold, indicating the soul power being developed and the alchemy needed to fulfill your contract. Happy, healthy, wealthy, wise, etc., etc. You may be dealing with these in other people, reason, season, or lifetime. Either way, you're learning the lessons of said archetypal power. So let's dive in. The fool in the shadow, using humor to wound rather than liberate. If you knew my family, I was raised on that. Denial of your emotional truth, though. Oh, no more. What is it? Liars can't heal and healers can't lie. Well, we can, but it doesn't do any good. You have to be in reality. So emotional truth is key, especially when we get to the light, the gold, fearlessly revealing emotions, helping people laugh at absurdity and hypocrisy. I mean, pick your political comic, right? Stand-up comic. I mean, Chelsea Handler is one of my favorites. I wouldn't necessarily call her a fool. She seems pretty with it. But in terms of fearlessly revealing her emotions, like that's just one example of billions we could sit here with. And this is vocation. This is holy fool, if you ask me. In your career, the destroyer. Now, this is a masculine family archetype. There are 9 different families. I believe the destroyer is either wild card or action family. I can't remember. The shadow attribute, the lead, intoxication with destructive power, destroying others' dreams. or potential. Right? You may be dealing with that if that's not you. The light attribute, though, releasing what is potentially destructive, preparing for new life. And that's why we have a volcano here, because, yeah, they're incredibly destructive. Volcanoes takes them a long time before they blow their tops. But then they kind of sprinkle the most mineral-rich, organic ash everywhere, hence the beauty, the lush, the verdant abundance of volcanic islands, right? Most of them. I don't know about all of them. I haven't been there in every life unless I have. So in your career here, you may be dealing with someone who's trying to like zap your potential, right? Not quite the saboteur archetype, but who's trying to like destroy your dreams. And Gemini, release it, right? Everybody's got an opinion. You know, they are like Uranus. Everybody's got it somewhere in their chart. Let's keep moving. The work. Now this is interesting because you've got a very, very powerful divine family archetype here of the priestess. Now the thing about the priestess is a lot of people have that archetype reason, season, or lifetime, but because they're not necessarily clergy, they don't think of themselves that way. And if you've ever been like, I don't know, in a pagan circle, a new age circle, you know, the communities, the magical community, all of that, you might find some connecting dots here. The shadow attribute violates the trust of your spiritual community, seduced by your own spiritual role, which I call high priest or high priestess syndrome. It's a stage in it. Some people never leave that stage, though, and it never goes well. Just as an example. And we know with the shadow priest and shadow priestess are like viscerally. The light attribute, now here we go, facilitates spiritual commitments, even your own. Facile, easy, simple, to make easy. Serves as a channel of spiritual energy. Now, doing that in the physical world, Reiki, shmakey, eggs, bakey, prayer, meditation, whatever you're doing, to be that hollow channel through which the divine flows. I mean, that's what a priest or priestess is. Now, does that mean you've taken vows, taken oaths? Maybe you have, maybe you haven't. But it seems obviously that you're navigating here in the physical world, alchemizing the priestess, while in your spiritual power, you've got the Holy Fool. This could be a lot of fun is what I'm saying, but this looks like where the issue might be. So, that's as much as I think we talk about any of these cards, because the next three are Daughters of the Moon Tarot, one each, Heart, Third Eye, Crown. If it's Major Arcana, it's usually all four of those chakras at once. Same with the Mythic Tarot and the lower three chakras. So we're gonna put them face down, and then we'll flip them. Please take a nice deep breath. It's just that volcano staring at me. Still point. Oh, my goddesses, please override. Thank you. As I call upon my beloved goddesses of air, my beloved goddesses of Gemini, and my beloved goddesses of the powers of the East, please. Beloved goddesses of mutable air. 3 cards face down in clarity for the Gemini collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, signs, and cross-watchers watching this video, drawn to this reading. What do they need to be aware of? Heart, Third Eye, Crown, dynamic. That, if it's face down, I'll take it. Nope, it is face up. I won't. I don't like to see them until they hit the table, but I will see if it comes up again. All right, so here we go. In their work, what's going on? Heart, Third Eye, Crown, help them alchemize. The priestess in their work. Second level of power, destroyer, their career. Now this is Heart, Third Eye, Crown, dominant. So what's going on? Heart, Third Eye, Crown with that destroyer in the 8th chakra of their career, and with the Fool in their vocation. The holy Fool. Such faith, such trust in the divine alone. Everyone else can go pound sand and make them laugh as you go. Make them laugh, make them laugh, make them laugh. What's going on there? Because that feels really good, really clean, and really powerful for this timeless work, career, vocation reading. All right, no major arcana, and you got one similar to the one that hit the ground, but not the same. So they'll continue to be watching you left of center against the grain, Suzanne Vega. So here we've got the Fool with the Virgo card. Now, because you have a court card, got to explain that a little bit. They don't pop up in every reading. When you have a court card on the inner, if you have any planets in Virgo, this is Lada, the maiden of Pentacles. That would be the Knight of Pentacles in traditional Rider-Waite-based tarot. That's hard to say. So sixth house dynamic, if you don't, everyone has the sixth house, is ruled by Virgo, and that's occupation and health. But occupation isn't just how you make your money, unless you are literally a priestess that's making money in the world, so to speak. But it's what you occupy yourself with that affects your health, and your health affects what you're occupied with. For example, breath work. Air sign, I do breath work all the time, every day, before every reading, particularly Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius reads, just seems right on for me, right? So I'm occupied with that. The Wim Hof breath, rebirth breath, anything. I've learned a lot of them over the decades, and, a little hot breath, a little fire breath in and out through the nose, good for the sinuses, right? So, of course, that affects my health, and the healthier I get, the more I'm occupied with, let's just say, healthier things. So this is also a very innocent card. The Virgin doesn't mean you never got your stuff touched or had sex, but it does mean that there's a part of you, Virgo power, across your legs, a part of you that is a bit reserved, that is unowned. The original meaning of virgin means just that, sort of its own authority, like virgin olive oil, right? Doesn't mean people were touching its stuff, taking it out for drinks, buying it dinner, then leaving it devastated in the morning. The Destroyer. Geminis, I've dated a shit ton of you. The Destroyer in your career with the Three of Pentacles on the inner. I love this card anytime it shows up. The Three of Pentacles, the clay woman, Oruru, takes a bunch of dirt, figures out what's dirt and what's clay, takes the clay, sculpts it, mounds it, right? Molds it. And this is the stage right before the Three of Pentacles, when it goes into the kiln to become something more solid. You could say a Four of Pentacles, right? So this is the creativity inside. When it's an earth element on the inside, Pentacles, right? It's not about your internal organs, but it is about your wisdom. It's like you've got a nice solid foundation. It's like you have all the ingredients, but it ain't cake yet, right? You're kind of molding it, putting it all together. So I would say releasing what is potentially destructive and preparing for new life. It's not air like strategy. You may not be aware that you've been through this before. Themes do repeat until we nail them, until we get all the wisdom out of it. So there is something here that's really stirring your own inner wisdom. And this is an interesting card. Don't let the keyword freak you out. Priestess in the 8th chakra. Six of Blades, the key word is manipulation, but it's mental manipulation like a prayer, like a mantra, right? Like counseling. Now it's inside, and I would say element of air, balance, we're looking at third eye and throat chakra for sure. Particularly what you're thinking, and particularly what you are communicating, third house Gemini. Now I will say, you do that with the alignment of the Holy Fool, right? You can really honestly communicate and say, well, I'm going through this period myself. I'm here for you, right? Or maybe you're having that conversation with somebody else where they are the ones. You might be dealing with a priestess. Remember, they don't have to have the title to be that, right? Some people just are. Reason, season, or lifetime. And for reason, it could be for a day, right? Just for one day out of the year, you find yourself in a role. That's how archetypes work. They're all in the collective unconscious, so we all have access to all of them, but which ones are dominant? So definitely, this feels like leverage, right? Harmonious. If you think of the Six of Swords, Rider-Waite Tarot, a mental journey from choppy emotional water to smooth and peaceful. This could be that. So, let's look at the lower three chakras with the Mythic Tarot. Relationships in the physical world, including your relationship to yourself. So this could be from the outside looking in at yourself, or you from the inside looking at other people, places, and things, including like corporations and industries in a general raid. That's why I like the private 101 raids, because then I can well, what, is that where you work? And they're like, yeah. Please take a nice deep breath. Something feels optimistic about this. Still point. My gods, please override. As I call upon my gods of air, my gods of Gemini, my gods of the powers of the East, please, my beloved gods of mutable air. 3 cards face down in clarity for the Gemini collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Suns, and Cross Watchers who are watching this video. Ooh, we have a lot of kickers today drawn to this reading. What do they need to be aware of outside in, inside out, lower 3 chakra dynamics to alchemize the shadow to light, lead to gold, pain to peace, toxic to healthy, fear to love in their work, career, vocation? Let's start with their work. Let's start with their work. They got the priest in the 8th, 6 of blades on the inner, theirs on the outer. In their career, destroyer in the 8th, clay woman on the inner, that's what's on the outer. And the fool in their vocation in the 8th with the Virgo card. Mutable earth, a square to mutable air. Can't believe I missed that. So that's what's going on in the lower 3 chakras in this work, career, vocation rating. Wow. Okay, we're going to work our way down. So the Fool with Virgo on the inside. Virgo power across your legs. I'm a Virgo sun sign. I don't often mention it, except always. The Page of Swords. Now, I know it's a cyber stalky card, I know. But this is also about messages coming and going in the physical world. Now, this is spiritual power. This could be something coming out of your mouth, right, to someone to help them see the hypocrisy of it. Like, here's a hypocrisy. Racism, but we're all one. What? You come back over and over and over again. You've been in so many different DNA structures, genetic lineages. You've been everything on planet Earth, including animals and plants and trees. That's why we have totems and connection, or whatever. It's all one, right? So that is a very high spiritual truth, and yes, yet it is the foundational truth of the root chakra. All is one, right? So just as that example, this could be a lot of fun. You coming from this higher altitude and laughing, right? But along with that comes fearlessly revealing your emotion, which sometimes might be, I have no idea, but this is how I feel about it, right? And that's honesty. That's truth, right? You're not lying when you say, I have no idea, but this is what it feels like, right? And this could be certainly a message coming into you as well, but horizontally, lower 3 chakras. Again, could be solar plexus, personal message for you. Someone brings it to you, 2nd chakra, one-on-one, or it could be from the world itself. All right, so the destroyer in your career, clay woman on the inner. We have another court card, but this time, I don't assign like literal people to pages. They're messages. It could be a text message. It could be anything. It could be a bill, God forbid. I dated a duck once. Sucker stuck me with the bill. King of Swords, the Libra card here is either you from the outside looking in. Doesn't matter if you have planets in Libra. If you do, then there's a confirmation if you so choose. Nor does this person have to be Libra sun sign. A lot of people don't know their other signs. So what we're looking at here is cardinal air, fairness, balance, Libra, one-on-one relationships, the relationship to the shadow self, fairness, justice, and all that jazz. There is a balance here, though. So if that is you from the outside looking in, look at me covering up my lower 3 chakras, protecting myself from the Geminis, that you are being fair. You are being maybe a bit head over heart over this, as air signs tend to be, but this might also indicate a one-on-one relationship. 7th house dynamic certainly can be that. This could be a business partnership, but it could be a creative partnership as well, as things are being cleared out with that destroyer archetype for new life. Like, yeah, it's not the volcano. You don't know the volcano, but there's definitely something in process on the inside that looks like it can be done with fairness and integrity. And I would say, if anything, you want to stick a chakra on that, well, I would say 2nd chakra, because the 7th house dynamic, one-on-one relationships, money, sex, power, but also solar plexus, your honor code, what you will, what you won't, what you do, what you don't. I like it. Particularly with, you'll love this, the priest in the 8th in your work, 6 of blades, manipulation with the star. your only major arcana card, and when it's a major arcana card, it's all of those at once. You're lit up from within. Your physical power is showing up as very high vibrational spiritual power. To me, the star is the highest spiritual vibrational card in the tarot. Doesn't matter the artwork at all, because just in terms of altitude, right? Earth, moon, sun, star, like really, really high up. Very, very high vibe. And if we're talking about that energy of hope, this is Pandora's box, by the way, hope, right? To be a channel of that, to be able to communicate that, but also third eye, to bring that knowledge into yourself, which I could see you really being a communicator and like lightening people up, right? So the Fool, Destroyer, Priest, I mean, it definitely sounds like a movie, right? Definitely does. Eastern, Western, right? Well, that is sort of Deadpool. They just flashed Deadpool into my head, of course. The Reynolds version, why bother otherwise? Oh, he's so cute. Fortunately, he's happily married with children, but blessed be, if they make me laugh. I like a fool. I have a fool. I have the fool archetype. It just doesn't live here all the time. Comes and goes as needed, and you see it a lot on camera, right? That spoonful of goofy to help the medicine go down. So I'm loving this read, particularly in the physical world. This is being a star, and yes, wish fulfillment and all that stuff too. But in terms of the work in the world, so that's the thing. You could be totally stealth, like nobody knows you got any of that spiritual stuff going on, and you're just like one-lining them all day long, making them laugh, and clearing some kind of space for new life to be born. I love this read. 2 more cards. We're almost there. We've got the Whispers of Lord Ganesha to help remove some of those atomic obstacles. Sounds like a good name for a band, the Atomic Obstacles. And Lord Ganesha I've had a relationship with for a very long time. I worked with the Ashaya monks, Ishaya, Google it. I took all 5 spheres of their meditation practice, and I was just doing it before this reading. So I love him, mover of obstacles, God of success and prosperity. Why not? Please take a nice deep breath. Still point. Ganesh, please override. As I call to the beloved Lord Ganesh, God of success, prosperity, and remover of obstacles. Beloved one card in clarity for the Gemini Collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Suns, and their cross-watchers watching this video drawn to this reading. What is your guidance, your grace, your wisdom, your power to help them alchemize the shadow to light, the lead to gold, the pain to peace, the toxic to healthy? In this Fool, Destroyer, Priest contract in their work, career, and vocation for this timeless work. Almost there. Work, career, and vocation. Read, yay. Guidance. Guidance. I think both receiving and giving guidance. Card number 33. You think a little young, is it like a little teenage Ganesh? New Netflix series, Teenage Ganesh. Watch. Somebody will hear that and make it happen, right? Sort of like, can we get Keanu Reeves just to show up anyway as Siddhartha again? That was hot. He doesn't have that much of a beer belly, though. All right, so let's do this. Sorry, I had a Keanu moment. It happens. He's a Sigma empath like me. Oof. Another one I would climb like a mountain, leave him weak and begging for more. Oh, excuse me. I think my mom even has that. There, I inherited my Keanu Reeves thing from my mom. Blame it on the DNA. Wow, this is a long one. All right, buckle up, gems. You want words? We're giving them to you. Guidance. Guidance is all about learning to communicate with your soul and discovering and manifesting your purpose. Welcome to the Work-Career-Vocation reads. Ganesha is worshipped and adored by the Trimurthis, Trimurthis, or the Trinity of Hinduism, which is made up of Vishnu, Shiva, and Brahma. The story goes that during the period of dissolution, the water and wind were demolished and the earth evaporated. Vishnu, Brahma, and Shiva wandered the earth to determine What was causing this dissolution? The gods discovered a huge aura of light where Ganesha was enshrined. The Trimurtha immediately bowed to Ganesha in reverence and began to worship and praise him. They requested that Ganesha bless them. Ganesha entrusted the gods with 3 separate duties. Vishnu is the preserver, Shiva is the destroyer, and Brahma is the creator. Guidance is based on communication. The soul can send you messages through symbols, synchronicities, hunches, sudden inspiration, dreams, and even direct channeling, which might be that priestess thing I'm just going to say, right? And the word channel is in it. Consciously connecting with your guides, heightening your psychic abilities, and fine-tuning your skills to be present and pay attention are all important parts of learning to receive guidance. As you open up, your soul begins to communicate your inner purpose for this lifetime to you. When you learn to hear and recognize its promptings, your life starts to take on a magical quality. Remember that you can ask Ganesha to support you in creating a raised awareness. Make a point to look at spirituality from new perspectives that may be unfamiliar to you. Be willing to talk to people whose experiences and beliefs are different from your own. Geminis love that anyway, usually. You may need, well, some of them, you may need to move out of your comfort zone in order to do this. You will be all the richer for it. If you are concerned about getting true information about your personal life from a psychic or intuitive, you can prepare for it by asking from your heart to receive information that is for your highest good. I call it the well-being of all. Be sure your motivations are pure. You can ask the psychic to channel the words that your own soul wants you to hear. Oh, eliminate the middleman. You can do it yourself. You're a Gemini. To further your spiritual growth, rely on your intuition and your inner knowledge rather than your intelligence or conscious mind, which is, you know, the back and forth of the Gemini mind. It's understandable. It's written in. Trust your instincts and pay attention, as your messages can turn up from a variety of sources. Be attentive to your dreams. You may want to keep a dream journal. Synchronicities are likely now. Oh, please, around here, it's nonstop. It is possible that a pleasant surprise will be coming your way soon in regard to your work. Okay, this could even be a new job opportunity. The gods Vishnu, Shiva, and Brahma may represent the different male energies in your life. Engage in the energy of men in your life, or in the energy of the Trimurthas to assist you with your task at hand. Well, it's not quite raining men. Hallelujah. I met the weather girls once. They left an impression. We're your weather girls. Yes, you are. Oh, dear, dear, dear. So look, guidance. Look, and communication, right? It definitely is like 3rd house, Gemini, self-expression, communication. Right on target, this read. But it definitely is about you communicating. I can feel it like a priest or a priestess in the world, right? You don't have to wear robes in this weather. Why? Why would you do that? A little lycra goes a long way, I suppose. Unless it doesn't. Let's get one Matt Kahn healing mantra. I've always said air signs have a better luck in my experience with, you know, mantras, affirmations, you know, and all that stuff. And particularly, I'm going to say 6 of Blades could be helpful to bring this all together. So let's ask the Ascended Masters. Please take a nice deep breath. Last card down. Still point. Ascended Masters, please override. As I call upon the Ascended Masters of the General Assembly for the Gemini Collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, and cross-watchers who are watching this video and were drawn to this reading, please, beloved ones, what is the perfect healing mantra to help them alchemize the shadow to light, the lead to gold, the pain to peace, the toxic to healthy, the fear to love, the poverty to prosperity, the entrapment to liberation in their work, career, vocation, in this fool, destroyer, priest, removing obstacles with guidance, this timeless chakra. Oh, close, no cigar. It's making me work for you. Please leave the card in my hand for the Geminis and the cross-watchers to help them alchemize this and fulfill their role, their sacred contracts, and their life purpose in this timeless read. They made me really work for that. Embracing worthiness. I feel worthiness filling my soul. I feel worthiness filling every cell of my body, and it feels amazing. Now, I will say, I've had this deck since it came out, I think, 2018. I have done this mantra. It doesn't work instantly. Maybe it will for you, but I think if you incorporate it with breath work, which is what I do, this might absolutely get you high for free. Just saying, right? Oh, you know. A little Wim Hof between friends, you know, just, you know, make sure you brush your teeth. Embracing worthiness. I feel worthiness filling every cell of my body, and it feels amazing. Sort of Madeline Kahn-esque. I feel worthiness filling every cell of my body, and it feels amazing. Flames. When worthiness dawns, you know that life has a bigger plan in store. Come now. You are able to navigate the highs and lows of each moment. Aware of a greater cosmic force at play, worthiness grants you permission to honor all that you are and moves you in the direction that fulfills your deepest passions. I mean, it's here. It's just such a general read. What is your passion here? This mantra is ideal for feeling more joy, working through creative blocks, which could be that destroyer there on the inner. Maybe you are a little creatively blocked, right? Removing the stuff for new life to come in, and helping the body heal. Now, I'm not necessarily seeing that, but, you know, the star card, I think if that showed up, we would see that here. So you are a full destroyer priestess, embracing worthiness with guidance. There's your title. So let's put this together in a blessimation. If you're new, it's a combination of the word blessing and summation. At the end of that is the end of the read. But then we're going to talk about, like, you know, readings and stuff if you want to hang out for that, as well as I release the Gemini Collective. And considering I have the full archetype, this could be fun. Let's find out. Please take a nice deep breath. Last time for this video, I promise. Still point. Pantheonic override. And let us end as we began. As I call upon the collective pantheons of the divine for the Gemini collective sun, moon, rising, Venus, signs, and cross-watchers who are watching this video and drawn to this reading, may they be blessed with all that they need to fulfill their life purpose in their vocation, fearlessly revealing emotion, helping other people laugh at absurdity and hypocrisy, but with a virgin nature on the inside, one of service, one of health, and one of occupation, moving things forward as messages come and go, with the Page of Swords, certainly a Gemini aspect there. And so that in their career, they release what is potentially destructive and prepare for new life as they knead the clay of the Three of Pentacles, the clay woman within them, taking the wisdom they've already gained, putting it together to a creative endeavor with that Libra energy on the outer, the King of Swords, probably clear, very balanced, very just, or dealing with somebody of a similar kind can be mirroring as well, so that in their work they can facilitate spiritual commitments and serve as a channel of spiritual energy with the Six of Blades in the third eye and the throat, seeing it differently, communicating, but in healthy balance moving forward, with the Star lighting their way, but lighting their way from within as they shine their light at full capacity, following the guidance and the grace as it comes to them from their soul, their own pantheons of the divine, as they embrace worthiness, allowing themselves to fill worthiness in every cell of their body so it feels amazing. So may they be blessed with all that they need to heal, to grow, to learn, to evolve, to be the best that they can be, fulfill their sacred contracts and their life purpose, to become the healthiest, wealthiest, happiest, healthiest, wealthiest, wisest version they can be in the golden timeline of their lifetime, for their well-being, for the well-being of all, and with harm to none. Hey, as we will it, so let it be done. So mote it be. And so it is. Yay, the new music. I love that it starts with a lion's roar. Thank you, Janet Grace. She's so good. Did you like the video? Did it help? Hit the thumbs up. Help other Geminis and crosswatchers find it. That's what the like does. Comment, because what's that destroyer about? Like, I get the bookends. I just don't get the actual book in the center right now. It could be anything. Let me know if you feel it. And if you want more of me here, subscribe, because I'm not stopping, because honestly, YouTube is a gateway drug to Patreon. I love it so much. And we're having a lot of fun there. I mean, been doing it almost 2 years. It'll be 2 years in November. So I'm really like bopping along. The daily live stream, the daily check-ins, I love them. All of my subscribers get them. The extended readings, I'm glad that I made so many of them, because then once I had to Patreon, it was all there. I just had to upload and download, and it took about a month to do all of that. That's how many of them there are. And of course, they get the extensive discount on private sessions with me as long as they are real subscribers, because as I said, we also have those 7-day trials, right? So they get the daily check-ins and they get access to the extended readings, but I'm saving. Come on, I'm a businessman, I'm a corporate president of one, corporate president of a corporation of one, and that's the gig, self-employment, right? So I can sympathize, and we got a lot of people like that over on Patreon, so click the link and check it out. At least 7-day trial, dip a toe. You're a Gemini, why not? And if you want to book me for one of them, they're private sessions. There's a video in the description box booking private sessions with Mal. I changed my prices, 25th anniversary of the company, May 1st, 2023, so I made a new video. It's all on my website too. Drawing the Circle, all one word. There's a store. You can click on reading packages and spiritual counseling and see it all written down, but the video explains it all. I love the video. My mom loves the video, so we're going to hang on to it. She's like, what a great video, made me laugh. I'm like, good! And I say over and over again, I've never turned anybody away because of lack of financial remuneration. There's always a way. I'm a witch. Where there's a witch, there's a way, and we can work it out. I always do. We always work something out. So the video's there if you want it. Reach out and help, because honestly, I've been doing Work-Career-Vocation reads for so long. They're almost second nature, and really one-on-one is where I do my best work, because then I can ask the Virgo questions to help clarify. So it's the tea. So thank you so much for watching, Geminis. Hang in there. I mean, come on, Fool, Destroyer, Priest. You got to admit, it sounds like a Netflix series. So write it. Do it. I'm not gonna. That's not my genre. But certainly wishing you all the very, very best and the very, very blessed of your work, career, vocation. Have at it. Heal, hail, farewell, and blessed, blessed be.